The MLB is thinking about making some big postseason changes, starting with seeing teams being in playoffs, going from 10 teams to 14 teams. And I gotta say, I'm all for this part of it. The fact that baseball only has 10 teams right now, honestly, it feels like there's 6 teams now. I mean, let's be completely honest here. You have 2 playoff teams that play each other in the first round. In baseball, you go all season where you do not play a single one-game series against any team. And then for your playoff lives, you play a one-game series. I've always found that kind of ridiculous. I don't know. It's always made it feel like the wild card spot's not even that great at that point. I mean, you got to give them at least like a 3 or at least give them a 5-game series. I don't know. Maybe that's where you start, but this is an idea too. Now you're talking, they're going to have 3 division teams, 4 wild card teams from the AL and from the NL, and that's great. I like the idea of adding more teams to the playoffs. You get more fans interested in the baseball. You know, you want to go down the money route, they make more money there. But from a fan perspective, you got all these teams now that feel like they're in it, and it still isn't over half. It's 14 teams out of the 30, so it's still not, you know, you see a lot of what hockey, basketball, 16 teams, over half of the teams make it, and it seems to work out still for those leagues. And I think it wouldn't hurt baseball being at 14 here. But the problem I'm seeing right now, kind of surmounting maybe, and it's got to be ironed out, and baseball figured that out, is the implementation. Right now they're saying the number 1 seed in each league will get the first round bye. So say the Dodgers have the best record in baseball and the NL, they got the first round bye, and they'll play whoever plays in the second round. But then you have the other 2 division winners, 4 wild card teams, they'll play off. And the thing is, they're going to have the 2 division winners select their 2 wild card opponents. And I don't know, maybe it's the change, but it almost feels like one of those things that don't need to change. And you talk about all the integrity of baseball. It's funny we go down these subjects, and then you're talking about allowing teams to select their playoff opponents. I don't think I'll be able to warm up to that one. Selecting your playoff opponents, there's just too many things to factor in. You consider, you got some teams, the division winner will go out and, you look at, I can't even think of something comparable right now, but you think of a division where a team plays all terrible teams all year. Every single team in our division is below 500. The bottom 2 teams have 100 lost seasons. You know, when they play those teams 30 times that season, that's going to inflate their record. That's going to help them out, opposed to a team that is playing in an absolutely stacked division where they might have 1 team below 500 all season. It's going to be tougher to come out on top, and then you're going to allow, say, that seed 1 versus 2 or 2 versus 3. That second seed gets to make the selection for the 3rd seed, and it's just, keep it a stable selection process, make it easy. 2 plays 6, or 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5, like any other league. Keep it consistent there, so there isn't all this other speculative and questioning. Just keep it a consistent thing every year, and I love it. Keep it consistent, and I'm a big fan of what baseball has to offer here. Even if they wouldn't even go to a 4-team playoff, and they just said, hey, here's a 2 wildcard teams, but we're going to allow the 2 wildcard teams go into 7 games, I'd be more happy. But right now, I'm glad to see MLB's recognizing they need to do something about this playoff or this playoff structure. It would be more interesting, I think, if you see more teams get the chance to play in October. I know it gets colder in baseball. That's one of the concerns they run into, playing into October, but I think they can make it work here, and I like the idea.